everyday life, we need to think about the occupations and activities in which we engage daily. The things that we do, the things that we want to do, the things that we need to do. And we need to realize that engagement in everyday activities and occupations is not nearly as simple as it seems like it should be. Sensory integration is one of the factors that shapes life's outcomes. Occupation and activity rely heavily on sensation, and engaging in occupations and activities elicits sensation. And the characteristics of each individual relative to their own sensory integrative ability have a lifelong influence on the choices we make for all of the activities and occupations in which we engage. Ayres had suggested that learning was what supported occupation, and behavioral regulation was what supported social participation. And both were linked to the optimal performance of all of our occupations. Occupation is, of course, a central focus of occupational therapy, and linking it to neuroscience helps us organize how the information is understood and utilized in the production of our occupations. If we take a look broadly at the relationships between sensory integrative function and occupational performance, there are two main points on this slide. Sensory integration differences are linked to occupational performance difficulties across all areas of everyday life. So across play, activities of daily living, sleep, work, school performance, a wide array of occupations are influenced by sensory integrative function and sensory integrative dysfunction. If we take a look at one form of neurodiversity, that being autism, and it's linked to sensory overresponsivity, we find that it can lead, that pairing can lead to lower levels of competence in activity, in social interaction, and in academic participation. So there are multiple ways that we can look at this relationship. And beyond what you see up here on this slide, there is also some evidence that suggests that adolescents who show intense reactions to sensory input, and this is reflected either in sensory seeking or active sensory avoiding, are more likely to engage in delinquent behaviors. The relationship between teens' negative involvement with the law and a tendency to have difficulty in sensory processing has been tied to differences in the processing of vestibular input and a foundation for praxis. So sensory integration is the foundation for engagement in daily life, and sensory integrative difficulties significantly impact everyday life.